Previously on the Murphy in the Morning Show.
And as I was talking about earlier in this morning show, we were expecting some guests to stop by and talk about an event that's going to be happening with Spring Mill. In studio, we have with Orange County Paranormal, Mike. Good morning. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? I'm just fine.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Real quick, we also have Cecil in studio as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys have been working together on this. Again, we're going to get into the meat and details of this, coming up in just a second. But you guys have been working together for what, about the last 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mike, you have an extraordinary story that started your interest in this, in the paranormal investigations, and you've written about it in your first book, correct?
Yeah. Book 3 is
book 3.
Yes.
So, and this is going to be, it'll explain your story of how you got into this.
Yes. Yeah.
Coming from an accident.
Yes.
Where you died. In your words, you die.
Well, yeah. I was looking over myself up in the air, and then working on me, and
oh my gosh.
And I was in the tunnel of light, as they call it.
Really?
Yeah.
And so vivid, and they bring you back, and you have all these memories.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
something you
I'm
can't
going to read
forget.
this. I can't imagine that you would. Okay, so I'm going to read this later this afternoon because now I'm fascinated. You have a book series. How many? What's the other one? What is this?
That's Grandma's Babies. That is about a graveyard investigation in Orange County, and book 1 is about a hell house called. We dubbed it the Hell House in Orleans.
Oh right.
So
I think I've been there. They make a great pepper steak.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Cecil, I reached out to you guys because you have an event that's coming up with Spring Mill. Let's talk about that real quick. You guys this is something you've done before, experienced out there, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Cecil, can you tell me what you're going to be doing we're actually at the park this Friday night?
We're going to have walking tours on an hour, and we're going to do kind of a ghost investigation 101.
Okay.
And we're going to take people through, share a little bit of the history with them on the hour tour, and then we're going to do an overnight tour from midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's going to be a kind of a ghost hunting 101, and then we're going to let them do investigation with 2 of our investigators.
Yes.
In different groups.
When you've been out there before, have you experienced something that is there a certain spot that you get better results than others?
Yeah, but
you don't have to identify.
Yeah, the state really doesn't like us talking about it.
Oh.
So
Well then.
Yeah,
We'll turn
it's
these
very
off.
active. How's that?
It's just you and me.
Yeah.
Nobody else is listening.
Yeah.
Trust me. So again, okay, we'll go right past that. If somebody wants to be a part of it, you still have appointments, or people can still book a time, right?
Yeah, they can go to our site,
Which is
OCP of Indiana on
Okay.
Facebook, and follow the links, and
signed
they
up.
can pay through that, and they'll have an invoice, and they're pretty much ready, set, go.
So, Mike, you have an interesting story of how you got into this, but Cecil, you're the one that you're the skeptic,
Yes.
and still, after 4 or 5 years, you still are a non-believer, but you've witnessed things, as they say in Ghost, that'll turn you white.
Yes.
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 So, where have you experienced that? At certain places? Are you getting more of a feeling or a vibe everywhere you're going? Or do you see that there's certain places you're responding more from?
We've been to some places, like Mike said, and I don't want to steal his thunder. He calls it, and he coined this phrase, he calls it ghost fishing. That we're not going to make anything up. If it's not there, it's not there.
Right.
We don't bring anything with us.
Right.
And we leave whatever's there. We don't take it home with us either.
Right.
So
I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to go, oh, this is evil. This is more for fun. I mean, you guys are, obviously, you're out there doing it for passion.
It's
but
research for me.
Yes.
So I want to find out how I got out of my truck, and that's
Exactly.
That's it.
and it's not necessarily trying to find those, the darker side of this, but it's something you encounter, and a lot of people have a lot of curiosity, I bet.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a Lawrence County Museum. Now, we can talk about that.
Okay.
one.
We can?
Yes, we can.
All right.
The Lawrence County Museum, we've got a really good relationship with Rowena, and we've hunted that several times, and it's a very active place and a very nice museum. Lawrence County does not know the jewel they have in that museum.
They're missing out on it, huh?
You're exactly right, but it's very active.
even if you're not ghost hunting, it's an awesome place.
So you're
to go.
saying going during the daylight is just as fascinating as going
yes.
after dark?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we've picked up several stuff in the daytime, and actually that's where the TV came on by itself, is at the museum. So
Oh, wow. See, there's some conversation on the back end of this, and I did not know the history of what you guys have gone through, and now my curiosity has peaked at a level 12, and so we're going to be talking more in the future about stuff because I love this. I absolutely love this. Once again, find you on Facebook. You guys are going to be hosting it this Friday night, correct?
This Friday night.
How often are you doing events like this? Not just here this weekend, but how often are you going out and doing investigations?
We're investigating. I mean, that's what me and Cecil was talking about on the way up is, if anybody's got any leads, of course, Tumpton, places like that, that's well known.
Sure.
So, but if anybody's got any leads on houses, we do houses. I mean, it's.
Now, when somebody does that, do you do your background before you say, okay, we'll go?
Oh, yeah.
So you want to see what potentially you're going to encounter.
Yeah. We went to a house in Springville. They called us up and everybody asked, what's the scariest place you ever been?
Yeah.
And that double wide is top 3 because it pretty much ran us out. And then when we did,
Really?
Yeah, and then when we did the background on it, we were like, oh, that's why. And yeah, book 2 covers that house up there.
See, now I'm so engaged in this that I'm this is going to be crazy.
Yeah. If you want cabinet doors that open and shut and silverware flying out of the drawers and the dryer turning on and off and TVs coming on and off that are unplugged, that was the place to be.
Well, I mean, if it's going to help me with chores around the house,
No, they're lazy.
But if they turn the dryer on, that's better than what my ex-wife would do.
Yeah.
I could.
I always say if they follow me home, they're pretty sad. And if you want to follow me home, do not use electricity. I'm
Please.
not paying their bills.
I know it'd get a little pricey, wouldn't it?
You're exactly right.
Have there been things that you even like? I know that we talked just real quickly, but when you see these videos that are on YouTube or stuff like that, can you spot when they're faking?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy.
Is there anything that you've seen out there that is legit? That stands out.
TV is we have our channel on YouTube and ours is just raw because believe me, the F-bomb flies all the time.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
But TV.
So I got the dump button right here.
Exactly.
TV is TV.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, they have to make it
Right.
entertaining.
But I'm saying the stuff that I've seen, it is not a produced TV show. This
Right.
has just been some people that are going out and doing an investigation. I've seen some of this and I'm going, I don't know if I think I'm in your boat, Cecil. I think it's one of those where I don't necessarily believe. I'm a little bit skeptic on this, but there are certain definite things that I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And you got to just leave it open ended.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, YouTube, like I said, we got our channel, but it's pretty raw.
Sure.
And I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of it because
Right.
it kind of irks me.
Sure.
You know, it's like fishing because or whatever. When I go to the lake, I want to catch fish.
Right.
And everybody on TV's catching fish, but me. When I go, so
Makes perfect sense. I completely understand. Somebody's always staging that somehow.
yeah. So I don't understand how they stage catching fish, but I guess they're underneath there with a hook. I don't know.
These fish have been frozen until they put it in the water. It's good.
But yeah, it's the TV shows. They kind of. I laugh at them because I'm like, they said, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't hear nothing."
I didn't hear nothing. Well, let me ask you then. Can we say what you just said? That sometimes with TV it's a little skeptical, but you guys, can we say that
Sure.
you've landed a TV gig?
Yes, our series, and I think we're committed to 12 episodes at
Oh
least.
my gosh! What is this going to be with? What network?
We're gonna at the first of the year we'll be with Netflix, Roku, and Amazon Prime.
Seriously?
So, yeah.
This is the first. So you're working that, and you'll be recording events
Yes.
later this year.
Yes.
And it will start in January on Netflix
Yes.
and all that.
Yeah. We have our
Oh.
own we have our own production company called
Right.
Lost River Productions.
Right.
And so they're going to use our stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then they're going to tweak it, and it'll be on the big screen. So to say, my screen of my TV's 100 and some odd inches, so I call that the big screen.
Bragger. Now it's going. You know my life.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
Yes.
Cecil, how big's your TV?
I've only got like the little 60
Computer screen.
Yeah, got a computer screen.
I got an iPhone.
Yes.
2.
Yeah, 53 inch. I had to squint to try to see now. So
Oh, well. God, that does sound nice. I was looking at a 72 inch and I'm like going, this is way too big for my house. No such thing in your world, apparently, Mike.
No.
No,
No,
not at all?
no.
No, that's good.
no.
Is there anything, Mike, that you've experienced outside of, dying that has scared you? But
scared me.
let's be
Yes.
honest, what you've gone through initially, that's terrifying enough.
Right.
But since then, have you experienced something? Are you married?
Yeah.
All right.
34 years. She's listening, so that's the best investment ever.
Absolutely. That's not a hunting, that's a blessing.
Yeah, that poor woman, she's to stick with me.
Amen.
It's for the
Yeah.
TV, I'm sure.
But we went down to the in Savannah and investigated the Sword and Wheat house.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I was it was very I don't know, not say the word
Uncomfortable?
scared, uncomfortable. And then we picked up, we got a picture of a soldier, and we sent it on to the owner, which lived in Maryland. I don't understand that one, but anyway. And he said that they'd always talked about this Confederate general that was there, and nobody ever caught it, and we caught the picture of it.
Okay, I got chills.
So
I got chills.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we've been fortunate that I don't know if I can say Travel Channel, but they use some of our videos. And,
Do they really?
Yeah, I've been in a movie. It's called
Blair Witch.
when Walls Talk or something like it. It's
Straight to DVD then. Yeah, okay. Just saying. Nothing against you, but it sounds fascinating. Straight to DVD.
yeah, it's like what Cannonball Run 15 or
I love that one. I love that. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman and
Yeah.
What's the guy with
River Phoenix.
River Phoenix? Yes.
Welcome to my world.
I can only imagine how much fun this is going to be. So this Friday night, you guys are going to be doing this at Spring Mill. If somebody wants more information, I want them to go and check this out. You have limited space available. What is the best way to book their spot?
through
Facebook.
Through Facebook.
OCP of Indiana.
And that will do it.
Yeah, and I tell you the best value, I'm not going to say
Please.
value, but the best value is going to be the overnight
Yes.
because we're going to pretty much, I'm going to walk you through, and there'll be guides. You know, everybody's got to stay with guides.
Sure.
And
Well, that's good.
yeah, and-
Otherwise, it becomes Blair Witch.
Yes.
yeah, pretty much. And we don't know what's going to happen, but it's but there'll be it's going to be the best value, and
You're bound to see something.
Yeah.
Experience it at least.
yeah. And also, I'm giving a talk Saturday at Spring Mill in the grist mill, and it's to raise money, for
That's great.
their stuff there. So
Because this is a fundraiser for the park as well, correct?
yeah, it helps with everybody.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Guys, I appreciate it. I hope you guys will come back and visit again.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't scare them off. That's the best part. We'll go now look in the back room because I won't even go in there.
Awesome.
The break room.
The
It's
break room,
terrifying. You don't want to know what's happened in there.
refrigerator. What's
That's right.
right side of the mayonnaise?
Remember when they open it up in Ghostbusters and it's like Zool right there?
Oh yeah.
There is no day, no, only Zool. We could do this all day, guys.
Yes.
All day.
I could too. If you had donuts
I
or
look-
something to eat, I probably could.
Well, you're the ones that were driving around
No kidding.
lost.
We couldn't
Yeah.
find you. I was like,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's tough. We like to stay hidden.
I guess so.
Guys, thanks so much. We're going to become friends and talk again, all right?
Sure.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Murphy in the Morning Show.